and welcome to DM Talks, where we're gonna talk a little bit about king safety. The safety of the king is an essential part of chess, and you need to look after that guy. And here's today's video. We're gonna look at how you're gonna do that. It's from the Chennai Masters Grandmaster Tournament, and with the Iranian new star, not the old star Firouzja, who's now a French star, and trying to by the way qualify on rating with a little bit of a maneuver. We're gonna get a little bit back to that. But Maghsoodloo, Parham is now number 12 in the world, and he's a strong player. And it's a bit strange to look at these guys and say, oh, they're just much better than guys like Svitler or something. But according to rating, they are. Anyway, let's get into the game, and we're going to talk a little bit about chess politics. I always get into trouble when I talk about chess politics because people don't agree with me, which is okay. It's okay in my world to disagree. Anyway, Djokovic has just decided, or is just been decided, that he can run for a third term, or maybe an infinite term as president of FIDE, and it's a little bit. I know it's not a little bit. It's very bad because he ran with the ticket not to be allowed to be re-elected, and now he just wants to be re-elected anyway. And well, some countries decided that that was okay. He's a good president and so on. And to be honest, he's not the worst president we have had. Probably one of the better, even though there is this war in Ukraine that we do not talk so much about, but it's having a very huge impact on both the world and chess as it is. So it's kind of a controversy that you have this Russian, well, I don't know if he's a puppet, but he definitely is friendly with Putin. Otherwise he would probably be somewhere off in prison along with the other system critics in Russia. And you can just feel that Russia is a little bit like when we have the Iron Curtain. It's just making the country into one big prison, and it's a very sad situation, and very depressive. To be totally honest, this is not good, and it's not good that he's allowed to be re-elected. One thing though that is good is that he goes to show the soft power of Russia. And dear Russians, we would love more soft power, not hard power where you kill people. It's nicer that people decide they want to be with you, not that you try to force them. So this is sort of a little bit of my opinion on this matter. You want to give people incentive to like you, not just say you have to like us and we will kill you, which is basically what they're doing, and that's not gonna work these days. I'm sorry. Anyway, another thing is that FIDE has messed it up with the qualification. So there's a rating spot, and it has all sorts of weird implications. Who's going to get this rating spots? It's a little bit like when Ding Liren suddenly played a lot of games against a lot of Chinese players to win some rating and get the spot in the candidates. And it's the same with now Firouzja is trying to get the spot with playing with weak players in some matches in French. And to be honest, it's ugly. It's not the way it's supposed to be, and they have to fix the system. Anyway, let's get on with the game. This is the Ragozin system, and this is interesting system with bishop f4. I played this, and knight e4 is the move you're supposed to do here. And here is a little bit interesting because this was all designed for black to make this bad for white. g5. The target is the bishop here. And we see it, oops, and we're already threatening bad stuff here. And white is more or less forced to do this. And look at this But okay, these pawns are getting weak as well. And the big thing you should always ask yourself about king safety is this guy and this guy, where are they going to go? Where would they be safe? Sometimes you can have a position where the king is not safe anywhere, and that's sort of a recipe for a bad king position. And like you can have a bad bishop, you can have a bad king, and if you have a bad king, it can be kicked around forever until you lose, basically. So this is something I remember Gulko explained during the Politiken Cup. Anyway, so white got a horrible pawn structure here. This is really ugly. And already black is threatening to go for the pawn here. Black is Sanan Shugarov, who's now, I believe, is a Hungarian player, and that's all due to, he used to be Russian, all due to the war in Ukraine. So it's not just me making controversy. So the king has to go anyway, and it has to go. And white plays knight b5, attacking the queen. And of course threatening to get down here. So black will move, and knight goes back. It would love to be here to stabilize the situation. You can also say that if you're talking to your pieces, you could argue that this one would really love to make the big jump to e4 with a nasty check. That would be nice. Put the knight there and put the pawn on c6, and you just got a winning position. But at the moment, it's not possible. And he took this one, and he didn't like it coming to d3, but it somehow seems a little bit, I don't know. You got the bishop pair, you got all these weaknesses on the dark squares, and then you give up your dark squared bishop. I don't know if I like it. And bishop f5. Anyway, black looks to be fine here, but it's not that simple. This is a good move, attacking the pawn and attacking this pawn. And here black makes a serious mistake. He has to cover the d6, d5 pawn in a sensible way. Maybe he could play queen f6 actually, or something like that, and knight e7. Anyway, this one is bad because the bishop is in the way here. The weaknesses are here, and you just can't get to that. So it seems like, it looks like the bad bishop got a nice spot there, but it's not doing anything except defending the pawn here. Otherwise, it's in the way. Of course, he was probably hoping to do something like this and here, and getting at and maybe queen here and attacking this one and so on. Bishop's coming out, attacking the knight, has to go, and this was not the way it's supposed to be, because if he had played the bishop, maybe queen f6, then the knight could maybe have gone this way, and you could see that it could have a nice future here, where it would attack all these nice squares, and it could also go here, where it will go here, and so on. You just feel it would be a wonderful knight, and instead it's here where it could hope for something here. But this Maghsoodloo guy, he's smart, and he takes the bishop, and he plays queen a5 and starts an initiative immediately. So that is one serious double threat. And you could play b6, but I think bishop a6 is a good reply. So he plays c6 and take due to the pin here. And rook h6, threatening a check here, and threatening and covering this pawn here, which needs, because black's king is a little bit unsafe now. But it looks like white's king is unsafe too. So what do white do here? He starts with this move, just vacating and defending here, and queen e7 goes back. I'm not sure I like this move, but it does this the defend b7, and this is I forgot to notice this move here. So we have this position where white has won a pawn. Black's knight is passive here. Black has a better structure. This pawn might not be so necessary. But the really important issue here is who's got the safer king. Because sometimes you can just give up everything and go running with your king and win in that way. And here, this is a really nice move. I like this move. It's going to sit here where, and you have this in the Petrosian variation of the King's Indian, that the king can sometimes go to h2, and it's like you just put it out of the game. It's no longer a factor, and then you can just attack like crazy. And this is what white does here. You can just imagine it's really, you need a nuclear bomb to get that king out of h2. Of course, if you had a black squared bishop that would sit on this diagonal, it could have been something different. But as it comes here, and the trick here is this little nasty move that will give a really unpleasant check and a real unpleasant check again, and so on, and you could end up losing everything here. So he takes king to h2, and white is black is ready to win it. If queen d6, which looks like then the rook is lost, so that's not possible. Instead he played rook d6, but already he's in big trouble. Rook f1, all pieces are coming out. Black won back the pawn, but at the moment we see that this guy here is going to get attacked by this, and this. And this guy down here, the good king, is not going to get attacked at all. It's not possible to attack it. Well, you could try something, rook takes and king takes, but there's a check and so on. So this is a problem. So he panics more or less, and but it's not working. And basically he's hoping that the structure and the rook and white will not be able to get the rooks to work, but he just goes back and say, okay, I got really strong rooks, I got open files, I can attack your pawns, I'm gonna win this, and just play it safe here. Nothing much to see here, just really no chance of anything, and basically, yeah. And here black resigned. Very nice game by this Parham Maghsoodloo. He seems like a very strong player. I think he has a bit weird style, but it's kind of effective. Anyway, I hope no one is offended by my opinions about chess politics. It's like everybody can have an opinion, right? And this is just my opinion on these matters. So yeah. Anyway, if you liked this video and this channel, I would very much appreciate it if you tell it to one of your chess friends. Don't keep it a secret. Just tell them this GM Talk stuff on YouTube. It's really good. Go and have a watch, have a look, and that would be nice. And we are hopefully coming out with a free course for weaker players very soon. So this is something we are working a little bit on. This was GM Talks. Thank you for